So you guys are aware now that the election in Georgia is going to a runoff. It's going to be Raphael Warnock versus Herschel Walker. And just like last time, it went to a runoff when it was Loeffler and Perdue versus Ossoff and Warnock. So all of the energy in the country is going to be focused specifically on Georgia. Now, I don't know, man. My instinct thinking about that is that makes it more likely Warnock will do well because there are just simply more Democrats than Republicans, and the higher the turnout, the better it is for Democrats. But on the flip side, you think, given that Republicans lost the Senate already, maybe they want to do whatever they can to stop the bleeding. And maybe it works the other way, too, that, like, since Democrats won the Senate, they think, like, well, we already won, so maybe there's not as much energy that's going to go into Georgia. I really don't know. This is all just speculation. But there is going to be a runoff. And a good point that Crystal made to me is, like, I think that doesn't bode well for Herschel Walker because with all of the attention on Herschel Walker, people are going to be reminded on a regular basis how, like, unfit he is and how he's kind of a mess. So I got a couple videos that just came out, and this is something. So the first one here is he tells this story. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Even though this is hilarious, I kind of relate to it. Like, he's just sort of babbling about some shit he watched on TV. But he goes on for way too long to make some, like, banal point. So let's take a look. And then I'll show you the other video that dropped, which is honestly even crazier. This one, we're just getting warmed up with this one here. Let's watch.
I want to tell you to keep the faith. Oh, you ever watch a stupid movie late at night hoping it's going to get better, don't get better, but you keep watching it anyway? Because the other night I was watching this movie. I was watching this movie called Fright Night, Freak Night, or some type of night, but it was about vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are some cool people, are they not? But I'm going to tell you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Did you know that? I never knew that, so I didn't want to be a vampire anymore. I wanted to be a werewolf. But then anyway, as I'm watching this movie, and then you can tell how stupid it is because it's 1 in the morning. So I'm watching my TV, these kids watching their TV, a vampire kill on their TV. So you know it's kind of stupid, but I'm still watching though. As I'm watching this show, what was funny, these kids had a vampire in their attic at their house. So they was watching their TV. Now I'm watching my TV as they watching their TV, or they see the vampire killer on their TV. So they win this contest to bring this actor. Now y'all got to stay with me. Bring this actor who's a vampire killer from that TV to get rid of this real life vampire in their attic. So as this actor comes to their home, he got all the right stuff. He got all the right stuff because, you know, got to have a stake and got to have a thing to kill him in the heart. And he got a necklace of garlic because that worked. I don't know what it does, but it worked. You got to have a cross because it burns. I know that worked. And then all of a sudden, this is what was so funny about it. As they're walking through the house, this guy's got the holy water. He's blessing the house, this actor. Now, he's all fake. He's blessing the house with his holy water. They walked upstairs and this vampire looking real good in this black suit. Whoa, that sounds like Senator Warnock, doesn't it? Looking all good in this black suit, floated from the ceiling. He floated from the ceiling looking good and cool. And I'm thinking, whoa, they better get out of that house. If somebody float from your ceiling, get out of that house. That's not your house. But as he floated from the ceiling, the kids jumped behind their hero. As they jumped behind their hero, the guy jumped in front of him with this holy water, threw it on the vampire's forehead. He covered his eyes. Then he took his hand away. He started laughing. And he said, that don't work. He took the cross, he put it on the vampire's forehead. And the vampire didn't even do anything. He said, that don't work. And that's the way it is in our life. It doesn't work unless you got faith. It is time for us to have faith. We got to have faith in our fellow brother. We got to have faith in this country. We got to have faith in the elected officials. And right now, that's the reason I'm here. Because God...
Oh my God. What? Man, that just crashed and burned. Again, I relate to it because, like, this is the equivalent sometimes of what you do when you have a show. You just babble, and wherever it goes, and it's just like, I don't know, that one didn't come together completely, but what the fuck was that, bro? What was that? It was meandering, that was all over the place, it didn't really, like, the point actually wasn't a good point. It's like, wait, how does this relate to Warnock? You gotta have faith. What, you gotta have faith to defeat the vampire, and you gotta have faith to defeat Warnock? Like, is that the argument? I don't know. I don't know. But all right, let's get to the even better one. This one is wacky.
I'm living proof. There ain't no shame to ask for help. People ask me in the days of Herschel, are you okay? Is anything wrong? Because I went to a hospital. They think that something is wrong with me. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. You know, I used to play football, and I was okay. Today, I'm beating up all the 20-year-olds out there because I'm doing this MMA. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm not bad at it. And you know what's something else? I just ran a 4.35 40. I wasn't even trying. So I know I can run better than that. So I've gotten better because I've been to a hospital, because today I can see the light. Before I was in the darkness. Before I probably wouldn't be here, because I can guarantee you one thing. If I'm not going to a hospital, I would have killed my wife. If I'm not going to a hospital, I wouldn't stand here before you today. I want to say thank you. As I say, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. God bless you. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, give it up.
What? So I think what he's talking about there is he went to some sort of mental institution, right? He keeps talking about the hospital. I think he's talking about he got help mentally for issues he had, which, by the way, good. Like, I'm happy you did. But, man, that's quite an admission. If I didn't go, I would have killed my wife?
Hospital, because today I can see the light. Before I was in the darkness. Before I probably wouldn't be here, because I can guarantee you one thing. If I'm not going to a hospital, I would have killed my wife.
What? I don't know, man. I don't know. That doesn't seem good. I mean, I'm happy you got help. I'm happy you went to the hospital, but anybody who actually has the instinct to want to kill a close family member, that's not something I can relate to. I mean, everybody can relate to, like, being mad or whatever, but, you know, usually my instinct when I'm mad is like, I'm just going to go away and chill for a little bit, you know? Let me go sit by myself, do my own thing. If he didn't go to the hospital, I would have killed my wife. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Now, to be fair, this did not come out now. This, I think, was all the way back. Yeah, they said Patriot Takes tweeted it. Unearthed 2012 clip of Herschel Walker at Fort Bragg. I can guarantee you one thing. If I've not gone to the hospital, I would have killed my wife. So this is all the way back in 2012. But, yeah. Jeez. This one was actually from, I think he's on the campaign trail. Like, this is from, like, just the other day. Him babbling about that random thing he watched on TV. But anyway, look, the more attention that Herschel Walker gets, the worse it is for him, in my opinion, because he, yikes, it is rough. It is rough to see him attempt to make any sort of political arguments or build a case for a certain vision for the country, and usually he ends up babbling about some TV show he watched, or I don't think he's going to add this one into his repertoire on the campaign trail now. Like, dude, tell that story about when you wanted to murk your wife, bro. We all want to hear that one. Jesus Christ. So, Warnock, I mean, look, it would be kind of embarrassing, right, if Warnock ended up losing this. So, I guess we'll see. Look, Kemp beat Stacey Abrams in Georgia by a lot. By a lot. But Warnock actually had more votes than Walker. So there was like a lot of split ticket voting. You had Republicans who either just didn't vote for Herschel or actually flipped and voted for Warnock, which is really interesting. And so we'll see if that dynamic holds for the runoff there. I don't know, but I'm telling you, man, Herschel Walker's not doing himself any favors. All this extra attention on Herschel. By the way, how many more videos are there out there like this? For real. Just casually admitting, like, yeah, I would have killed my wife. Jesus Christ. By the way, this is some good advice for Kanye. Go to the fucking hospital, dude. Go to the hospital. Kanye keeps telling that story about, like, and then a Jewish doctor tried to give me medicine, diagnosed me with bipolar disorder. And it's like, dude, you should be thanking that person. And you should take your medicine. You'd be much better off if you took your fucking medicine. But props to Herschel, at least he knows, like, yeah, it was good that I went to the hospital and got whatever sort of help I needed. Because apparently Herschel had the wherewithal to know that wanting to literally murder his wife was probably not a good thing. So, anyway, Jesus, what a time for this to leak. Almost 500,000 views. So, again, I think Twitter juices their numbers, but even if it's like 200, that's still a lot of views. Not looking good here for old Herschel.